In what might be one of the most surprising developments of the offseason, a late-round rookie running back is causing serious competition in the Chicago Bears backfield. The battle for the starting spot is officially open, and the name catching everyone's attention is Kyle Monangai, a seventh-round pick out of Rutgers. Monangai didn't come into the NFL with much fanfare. Most seventh-round picks are seen as depth players or special teams contributors. But Monangai is different. At Rutgers, he ran for over 3,200 yards and scored 27 touchdowns during his college career. These aren't numbers you expect from someone picked so late in the draft. His powerful running style, vision, and ability to handle a heavy workload have made him a player to watch during off-season workouts. The pressure is now on DeAndre Swift, the Bears' most notable offensive addition this offseason. Swift was expected to lead the backfield, but things might not be so simple anymore. Reports suggest that the Bears' coaching staff, especially running backs coach Eric Bieniemy, is very interested in what Monangai brings to the table. Bieniemy is known for helping develop star running backs, including turning Isaiah Pacheco, another late-round pick, into a key contributor in Kansas City. This situation is a clear example of what offensive coordinator Ben Johnson has been preaching: total competition. Nothing is guaranteed, and everyone has to earn their spot. The Bears appear to be seriously considering a running back by committee approach, which means that Monangai, Swift, and potentially another veteran like Nick Chubb or J.K. Dobbins could all share the load. This open competition will officially take shape during mandatory training camp from June 3rd to June 5th. Swift, while still the favorite, cannot afford to relax. He must prove himself now to secure his spot as the top running back on the depth chart. If Monangai continues to impress, Swift's role could quickly shrink. Bieniemy's history suggests he won't hesitate to give playing time to someone he believes in, regardless of draft status or contract value. And Monangai's aggressive style fits well with Chicago's renewed commitment to physical football. This development also hints at a broader shift in how the Bears are building their offense. They aren't simply relying on big names. They're looking for the right players with the right attitude, regardless of where they were drafted. The message from the coaching staff is loud and clear: earn your role or lose it. For Swift, that could mean having to fight harder than ever to maintain his position. For Monangai, it's the chance of a lifetime, a chance to go from an overlooked draft pick to a potential starter in one of the NFL's most passionate markets. The coming weeks will show just how serious this battle is. But make no mistake, a rookie is not just making noise, he's knocking on the door, and he wants in. After focusing on offense early in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears turned their attention to defense with the 62nd overall pick by selecting Shamar Turner, a defensive lineman out of Texas A&M. Turner may not be a household name yet, but the Bears believe he could become a key piece of their defensive rebuild. Defensive coordinator Dennis Allen had his first opportunity to evaluate Turner during rookie minicamp, and his early assessment was full of optimism and caution. The plan for Turner is to start him at defensive tackle, where he'll develop his skills both as a three technique and as a nose tackle. Allen made it clear that the focus right now is on building a strong foundation before considering any positional flexibility. He's raw, but we'd rather have to pull the reins back than push him forward, Allen explained. That comment reveals a lot. It means Turner has high energy, explosive power, and raw athletic talent. But he also needs to learn how to control it and play within the system. Turner played across all 5 positions on the defensive line during his college career. At Texas A&M, he recorded 115 total tackles, 24 tackles for loss, and 10 sacks over 4 seasons. His best year came as a junior when he tallied 6 sacks and 11 tackles for loss. He earned second-team All-SEC honors that season, showing he could compete against top competition. So what does this mean for the Bears' defense? Last season, the Bears' defensive line finished 27th in total defense. That's not good enough for a team trying to compete in a tough division. Turner won't fix everything by himself, but he's an important part of the plan. Alongside other young talents like Gervon Dexter, he could form the next core of Chicago's interior defensive line. The team still has veterans like Grady Jarrett under contract, but the long-term picture is clear. Jarrett has an option after the 2026 season, and Andrew Billings will be a free agent after 2025. That gives the Bears flexibility, and it gives Turner and Dexter time to grow into their roles. But growth takes time. Turner needs to learn the system, improve his technique, and adjust to the speed of the NFL. Bears fans will need to be patient. The coaching staff is committed to developing him the right way, not rushing him into a role he's not ready for. If things go well, the Bears could have one of the most versatile and explosive young defensive interiors in the league within a couple of years. Turner's presence allows the Bears to rotate more effectively, keep players fresh, and eventually create more pressure up the middle. This investment in Turner shows the Bears are thinking about the future. It's not just about plugging gaps for one season. It's about building something that lasts. And with Allen leading the charge, the defense is starting to take shape around a new generation of players. Fans may want instant results, but the smart move here is to develop Turner slowly, make sure he's ready, and build confidence over time. In a year or two, this approach could pay off in a big way. The biggest news of the offseason might be Trey Hendrickson's public dissatisfaction with the Cincinnati Bengals. And that's not just smoke, it's fire. Hendrickson released a strong statement making it clear that talks between his camp and the Bengals have stalled. This could open the door for a trade, and the Bears may be one of the top teams ready to make a move. Hendrickson didn't hold back. He said there had been no real communication since the draft, and that the Bengals had not followed through on promises made during last season. It's not just a player looking for more money, it's someone who feels completely left out of the team's future plans. Meanwhile, the Bengals have committed big money to wide receivers Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. That leaves limited flexibility to pay Hendrickson what he believes he deserves. If they don't reach an agreement soon, Cincinnati will have to consider trading him to avoid losing him in free agency for nothing. This is where Chicago comes in. If the Bears can land Hendrickson, it could completely change their defense. Over the past 2 seasons, Hendrickson has been one of the best edge rushers in the NFL. He recorded 17.5 sacks in back-to-back seasons and earned his first All-Pro honor in 2024. He's also been to 4 straight Pro Bowls. His numbers are elite: 77 career sacks and 155 quarterback hits over 8 NFL seasons. According to Pro Football Focus, he was ranked 8th among 211 edge rushers in 2024 with a grade of 88.1. Simply put, Hendrickson is a game changer. The Bears haven't had a pass rusher with more than 10 sacks since Robert Quinn had 18 in 2021. Adding Hendrickson would almost guarantee that kind of production again. Pairing him with Montez Sweat could give the Bears one of the most dangerous pass rush duos in the league. With young talents like Shamar Turner, Gervon Dexter, and Dio Odingbo already on the defensive line, adding Hendrickson would turn a growing strength into a dominant unit. But what would it cost? That's the challenge. Even though Hendrickson is a proven star, Cincinnati might ask for a 2nd or 3rd round pick. That's a high price for a team still building its core. Also, Hendrickson would need a long-term contract, which could stretch the Bears' salary cap. According to current estimates, Chicago has just over $6 million in cap space. Still, this is the kind of bold move that separates contenders from pretenders. The Bears had 40 sacks last season, better than 15 other teams, but their top pass rusher, Montez Sweat, only had 5.5 sacks. If Chicago wants to compete seriously in the NFC North, it needs more pressure on opposing quarterbacks. So the question becomes, is it worth giving up draft capital and cap space for a player who could change everything on defense? It just might be. Elite teams often have elite pass rushers. Look at the teams that win Super Bowls. They don't just score points, they shut down offenses with big plays in the backfield. Hendrickson and Sweat could provide that kind of impact. Whether or not the Bears make this move will depend on how aggressive the front office wants to be. If they believe the team is ready to compete now, Hendrickson could be the final piece. If they want to stay focused on building through the draft, they might wait. But time is ticking. Other teams in the division, like Detroit and Green Bay, could also make a play for Hendrickson. If the Bears hesitate, they might miss their chance and watch a rival get stronger. This is a big decision with big consequences. It could define the Bears' season, and maybe even the next few years. The Chicago Bears are at a crossroads. A rookie is shaking up the backfield. A young defender is being molded into a future star, and a top pass rusher may be within reach. All of these developments show that the team is not standing still. They're evolving, adjusting, and getting ready to compete. The 2025 season is shaping up to be one of the most important in recent memory. Whether it's the battle between Kyle Monangai and DeAndre Swift, the growth of Shamar Turner, or the possibility of landing Trey Hendrickson, the Bears are making moves that could change everything. Now the question is, which direction will they choose? Only time and a few bold decisions will tell.